Welcome to Gainbridge Fieldhouse. The Fever get it done over the Phoenix Mercury here on Monday night, 86-77. Weird game. I mean, the Fever only scored 6 points in the opening quarter. They were 2 of 18 from the field in that quarter. 12 of those shots were three. You'll hear Caitlin Clark in just a second say, felt like every shot they were taking from three. You can't live and die by the three-point shot. Well, it doesn't matter what they were shooting. They were not making it in the first quarter. The Phoenix Mercury were leading this game 19-6. Kelsey Mitchell had a three before the buzzer. So really it should have been a three-point quarter for the Indiana Fever. But then something woke up inside of them. It was sloppy. It was lethargic. Not a lot of energy in that first quarter. Monique Billings said after the game, Stephanie White challenged her team to wake up, bring the energy. And they did. I mean, they scored 35 points in the second quarter, tied this game up 41 apiece heading into the halftime break. In the third quarter, Fever outscored the Phoenix Mercury 30-11, and that was basically all she wrote. Got up 21 points and coasted the rest of the way, but that was just part of the story. It was some pushing, there was some shoving. I mean, we know the backstory with DeWanna Bonner, who's now on the Phoenix Mercury coming back to Indiana. She was booed every time she got the ball. She was kind of taunting the crowd when she did make a basket. Her and Caitlin Clark got into it. And then Sophie Cunningham and Maisha Hines-Allen came to Clark's defense. Caitlin Clark was issued her 5th technical of the season. She was very unhappy about that post-game. You'll hear her talk about it in a second. So the fourth quarter took an eternity because everything was being called post those altercations. Caitlin Clark and Monique Billings didn't have much to say about it after the game. I mean, you'll hear what Caitlin Clark had to say about her technical specifically, but just physical, competitive basketball. And obviously when this crowd is charged up and cheering you on every step of the way, you're going to see those emotions. And the Fever catapulted into a big lead and ended up coasting to the finish. But again, it's just always something's going on with this team, it feels like. Some fireworks here. And what's interesting is these two teams play again on Wednesday, so we'll see if any of these kerfuffles carry over into the game on Wednesday. But the city of Indianapolis, state of Indiana, not a fan of DeWanna Bonner. There's no question about that. But Caitlin Clark getting it done, 24 points, 9 assists. Monique Billings really doing well as well. Kelsey Mitchell with 22 points in this game as well as the Fever get it done ultimately 86-77. Caitlin Clark and Monique Billings after this one.
Mo, how would you assess your performance tonight and what went into just having that all-around effect on the game?
I would just say I had good energy, good hustle. My teammates found me in the pocket, CC specifically, had some really good passes. And, I would just say energy and hustle plays.
Caitlin, can you speak to the chemistry you have with Mo and you've been developing through the last few games?
Yeah, I mean, obviously it was great. I got to play with her at Team USA, and, it's fast in the WNBA. You don't get, a lot of time to develop with one another. So just really proud of her and how she came out tonight. I thought she was, diving hard, which was an emphasis coming into the game. It was get out of screens. We want to get dives. We want to get rolls, especially even coming out of halftime. She did that really well. She finished through contact. She made free throws. So, and then she rebounded the ball really well, especially early in the game. She got us a few extra chances when things were not going our way at all. So I'm just really happy for her.
Pick up the tech tonight, 5th of the season.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. I got a technical for clapping. So, if we should all just go on the calendar now and pick a game that I'm going to be suspended for if I'm going to get technicals for clapping. I asked Gerda. Gerda said that I got a technical for clapping. So if any technical should be taken away, it should be that one. If it's truly for clapping, that's what they said they gave it to me was for clapping. So it's just ridiculous. I don't understand it at all.
So even within that, though, how aware do you have to be of the 8 technical fouls?
I mean, I'm going to play with emotion. I'm going to play with passion. And if they're going to give me a technical foul for clapping, then so be it. That's their choice. And the league can come back and review that play. And I'd love to hear what they say of the reasoning of why I got the technical foul in that situation and why other players on their team didn't get a technical foul in that situation. If anything, split it. Okay, fine. Everybody gets a technical foul. That wasn't how they were handed out. So I'd love to know. But obviously, that's what I went to Gerda and said. I said, why'd you give me a technical foul? She said, because I was clapping and instigating. I said, okay, then you just don't like competitive basketball. And that's just facts. That's just reality. So disappointing from them.
Yeah, obviously it was a pretty dismal first quarter with only 3 points until Kelsey Mitchell hit that three-pointer. Just what, from your guys' perspective, went throughout that first quarter?
I mean, I didn't think we came out with much energy. I thought the way they really packed the paint bothered us early on. I think we let it bother us. We kind of just got stationary. We were just standing. we got to cut, we got to move, we got to do things like that. And then we probably let, missed shots affect us too. Like, I looked up, I think 9 of our first 13 shots were threes, and we made 1. And so, and I'm pretty sure it might have been Kelsey's last attempt of the first quarter. So, can't live and die by the 3-point line, but also like get cutting, get moving. And then also they were scoring the ball at will. And like, that was the difference in really the rest of the game is we played in transition. We got stops, we passed, we cut, we moved. Even when they went zone, we were able to exploit that. So, can't get stagnant, got to keep moving, I think is probably the focus going forward, because I'm sure they'll guard us in a similar manner.
And then just what was the message from Steph or just in the huddle in general after that first quarter for you guys to come out with 35-point second quarter, 30-point third quarter?
She challenged our energy. We just came out a little flat. I think we let our offense dictate our defense. Shots weren't falling, so we were kind of on our heels on defense, not bringing as much energy. So, yeah, she just challenged us to wake up.
From both of your perspectives, what kind of turned in that second half once you established a really big lead, started playing better, that kind of led to the kind of kerfuffles going on between the two teams there?
I think hustle plays. Hustle plays really got us going, kept us in it. Second chance points, being the first to the ball, diving on the floor, just that brought energy, that brought like a spark to us that we needed.
Mm-hmm. Mo, where does your calmness come from? How do you stay even? Because I feel like you're like the calmest person on earth, even when things go good, bad, whatever. Where does that come from?
Yeah, I meditate a lot. Just meditate. We do box breathing here and different breathing techniques. So just trying to keep that in mind and just stay even.
Caitlin, DB posted you that kind of started that whole incident. What did you just see from, I guess, your vantage point, and then what did you hear on the court afterwards?
I thought it was just an arm entanglement, I guess, and I thought it was fine. Like, whatever. Like, I don't think initially there was technicals handed out for that. I guess I think it was maybe the scuffle that ensued between both teams after that. Honestly, I don't remember hearing anything directly or specific words, but I don't know. I appreciate having my back. It's nice to have a teammate like that that's always going to go to battle for their teammates. And, I thought we did a good job of refocusing and trying to, obviously they called everything from that point, which is kind of what they have to do to be able to control the game. So I don't know how long the fourth quarter was, but it felt really long. So.
Sorry, have to also ask, did you ask to go back into the game with like 2-ish minutes left, or?
I did not, no.
Why did you go back in?
I guess you can ask Steph. I don't know. It was a 12-point game at that point, but yeah. You can ask Steph. I don't have an answer for you. To win the game, I guess.
So after dropping back-to-back games against the Atlanta Dream, Fever get it done, get back in the win column. Again, the Mercury a 5-win team, and it kind of seems like the Fever are doing what they are supposed to do against not very good competition. The Connecticut Sun, the Chicago Sky, the Phoenix Mercury, the Washington Mystics. But, the Atlanta Dream come to town and kind of slap them around a little bit. So we'll see if the Fever can figure something out, this week, get a couple wins against the Phoenix Mercury and catapult them into the middle of the season where they can maybe go on a run here. But 86-77 your final. The Fever get it done over the Mercury. Back in action here on Wednesday against the Phoenix Mercury. We'll see if anything persists as far as altercations go. It's nothing if not entertaining when we're talking about the Indiana Fever. I'm Dominic Miranda here at Gainbridge Fieldhouse. We'll see you next time.